guys, it's Bird Gaming, where our motto is good gaming gone bad. And welcome back finally to Arcade Spirits, the 1-year anniversary revisit the game. And with that stuff, we just finished talking to Naomi, and we're now on our break. So, in the last episode I talked about probably smooching Naomi because she was by far one of my favorite characters in the last playthrough. But there's also 3 other females we get to meet in this campaign. Before we start, I got this. So when they released their 1-year anniversary, when the 1-year anniversary hit out, they released Ghost Monster printed shirts. So I'm like, oh, I want one, and I bought it in purple. So let's look at you. The room where I had a bizarre interview will suffice for food times. It's not much. A few folding chairs and a kitchenette will do. It will do. Oh, boop. Unfamished. By this point, I have set and unpacked my loaned lunch. Oh! I forgot about that! Giant flamingo. Incoherent scream. Coherent scream. Away to death. Incoherent scream. With my mind and body scream while in my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. The half-person, half-animal waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Hello? Anyone in there? See? Nothing to be afraid of. Hi, Ashley! Oh, she's adorable. Damn it! Ah! See? Nothing to be afraid of. Ah. Right. I see. Looks like you've stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really.
Hi, Ashley.
Can we start over, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Sure, we can. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Hi. And I'm Jessica.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
Hi, Ashley. I will protect you at all costs. What the Funplex? What now? What the Funplex? What now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale, cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
No, I work here. Me? Her? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex, after all.
Ah, right. Oh, no. That's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Since today. Today. This morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I love her. She's an adorable being, and I must protect her at all costs. I mean, it would be way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pockets. You searched your heart and decided that the 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you need to lie in wait for the opportunity moment to punch in the secret code just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional character. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped. But for a price. Ashley finally realized she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? Ooh. Excuse me. No, not really. I just crave it. Ooh, I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children and broken machines. You're really painting the best picture here. Ah, jeez, I don't mean to get you down. I just want to move up in the world. I gotta make things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplays to make. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it properly. It's even better than when people recognize what character you are. Empowering. Really. Granted, she certainly had power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley pointed to a flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that, literally. If I get enough thread running in between them. I'm pretty impressed, though. Nan was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly, you're digging the craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although, the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in and glances around the room once and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs to paint on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm. I was giving her the old test ride to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Those fall off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5 or 6 to use Mo Max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you're consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant to the floor. The floor is the thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? Nope. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's a classic anime cliche. The one who fights always ends up together. Mark my words, Jessica. Consider them marked.
Beep, beep.
Beep, 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 Jessica. What's that sound? Drat, I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
No!
That's no good, Jessica. That's no good. Jessica needs her calories. You eat up, I'll go wash the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley waits before her face disappears in the dark recesses of that inhumane mask. As I'm wolfing down, race in the shape of a little heart. Wow, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impression of Ashley yet. Let's see. Ashley is a total cutie. I'm all aboard. Yes. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Ashley got a lot of things. Got a lot in that head of hers. I just don't understand all. Ashley is a total cutie. I'm all aboard the Pinky train. Choo choo. I'm a little shocked at how creative and fun Ashley is. I must have never met anyone like her that has so much gusto in her life. I hope if I spend more time with her, a little of that passion will rub off on me too. Anyway, my lunch with my belly and break time complete, and the second half of my workday begins. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job to wander the floor, looking for problems or potential problems, or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. But I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I had awful coworkers before, but they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time to daydream. I think I spot, let's see, 3 problem issues to look into. I should get all of them, but which to attack first? An errant customer into the Mr. Moopy's magic maze. My mutant floor attendant senses detect danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. I quickly rush over to 30 feet I rush over all 30 feet to see the crime already in progress. Come on! Hurry up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Jessica, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her once as a man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick that fat piece off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring out how to hear the fat piece side of the story, before rushing to judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't notice my tapping. So I tap again. Twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's magic maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks at the game arcade, the marquee, thank you, Naomi, which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff. Yeah. A bit terrorist as he laser focus on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting at 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as the other guy would probably say, that's a high score. Excuse me? Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked on a pair of getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classic when dropped in his British accent, like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play this game too. He finishes clearing the curtain board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away from the game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete and he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls up $3,000 in cash and holds it out. With this coverage, for a moment I flash back to that movie where some dude pay another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money. Cover what exactly? The cost of the game? The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even 20 dudes rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris has had my messenger app open to me with Gavin's contact info loaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Moopy for $3K. What do? In less than a minute, I have a response. Considering we paid $200 for plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell the relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 50-fold parrot. It feels kind of weird by taking advantage of this guy's lack of grasp of the real cost of an old arcade machine. I knew all the workplace drama was going to catch up on me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. The game was $200, but I'm sure we could sell it. I'm not sure if we'd sell this game. I'm not sure if we could, because it's Naomi's baby. Yeah, the game was $200, but I'm not sure we should sell. It's an older game, and it actually only costs about $100, but, well, it's part of the arcade, sir. I expected the appealing gazillionaire to protest and not getting his way. But he's smiling. You're right, this is Mr. Moopy's home, after all. Let's compromise. I'll pay you $1,000 American and own the game, but you keep it here. And in return, I get to play as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. That way I can keep chasing the school, but your arcade stays whole. I hate to break up a loving family. Naomi will be relieved to hear that. Even if Gavin may flay me for passing up $2,000. Good. I hate to make Naomi cry. How could I live with myself? Which leaves the rando hopping man. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring that he exists. What the man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? I'm going to Deco's Palace. Bye! And we just lost the customer stomping his way out of the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out in the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Hi, Percy! As for the player, well, he's going right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghosts, monsters, clearing mazes. With the credits behind us, I can actually focus on who this Gonzo rich guy actually is. Oof, digging that dad bod. Splashing around the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? He seems to care more about than just his games. What? He seems to care more about blank. Oh, he seems to care more about than just his games. Take it from someone wallowing around in a lower tax bracket, the rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, this is not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play it, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi, because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family, for the game and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent the rando out the door in favor of the guy. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Hi, Percy!
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
Good! You were? That's me, Jessica MacArthur, Marquette Wrangler.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
Thank you, Percy. So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy
What can
all
I
day,
say?
huh?
It's my calling.
I can see via
Actually,
your
I owned a
t-shirts.
Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
Ah, the arcade atmosphere, got it. The
No,
beats and
those you
loops?
eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the
you have to
lights,
care
the
about the
kids,
business.
the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the
Yes.
emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Yes. Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world high score then? About 3.5 million. Ooh. This guy's been standing here since I was working there at morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. Just a little few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be a psychic. I feel like I should get back to him to his game, but burning question, they burn like fire. Gonna get your Moopy dipped in gold? Your score's more important than your bank balance? You must have a solid job, good income. Your score is more important. So I take it that your high score is more important than your bank balance? The way I just the way you decided to buy Moopy, I mean?
Right.
Of course, the score is more important than anything. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. A few hours a day of trading after I go home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anybody could do that if they have the head for numbers. It points to the current score on the Moopy screen. If I'm going to define myself by numbers, this is the one I choose. If I don't, people are defined by their work. I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know arcade is home. I know the arcade is home to those who have made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. Oh, I get it. My passion's the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. It's I have, but it's crunched down to Britishisms. When I'm not deep in the middle of the game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. See you later and be seeing you, Miss MacArthur. Yet another weird encounter in the string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like a high score junkie you hear about in documentaries, obsessed, driven, kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had on him from the beginning. He smiled when he talked about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Let's see what to handle next. Some were cursing up before a storm at the Fist of Discomfort. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where the Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Irish telling me about it earlier today, while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been the staple of scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas and finally topple the enemy's dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summoners. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplest, and the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading. But, sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling is. Most of these are words that...
What the f?
Hi! What the actual was that? No, these are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be blanking me! There is no way that this is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even connect. This game, it's all night long. Haha, get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up something extra special for you. I've been baiting you and attacking my sensei, which you fell for hard. Oh, hey, did I forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You've been farming? How could you? XP sharing technique with creep waves. Take this! 5-fold explosive death claw technique! What? How did you defeat me? No! Winner!
Oh, GG!
Hi, Queen Bee!
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Hi, my sweet bean! My dry eyes painfully blink, making me realize I've been standing there, watching intently during this whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in, couldn't tear my eyes away. I was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game, and the wreck was that guy's
kid.
face.
What are you staring at?
Sorry! Staring at your eyes. I mean your hair. I mean your arms. Fuck! I mean your face. Yes, that's what I wanted to go for, your face. That is a
Never
logic
seen a
way to
champion
do
of
it.
my caliber before?
No, not really. Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to my question, I have to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. The jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of the L7 Gaming and Arcade Esports team, and she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. Why so rude, though? What a sore winner. Talk about domination personality. I feel the urge to kneel and submit. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she got out of life. With what I can say, people love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot. At least being between bursts of, what did Iris call it?
Hey, don't just
Saltiness?
stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. She snaps her fingers to grab
So,
my
are
attention.
you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the
Language?
hottest rising star of L7?
No, I'm not really looking for that, my dear. From what I've seen, I know I couldn't be best a scrub, let alone a professional competitive player of this game. Nope. No, thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Correct? Yes, me. And what's your job, hassle me? I'm actually pretending to work here. I'm actually pretending to work here. Oh, it's all just a front. I wander on the floor to, pick up drop tickets in hopes of getting one of those giant stuffed flamingos behind the prize counter. I know, right? If I was as good at those ticket games as I am at FOD, I would have a flock of giant pink flamingos. Maybe I even give one to you.
Hey, they haven't
Maybe.
given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
Sorry! I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Jessica. I did technically start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in the vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you and make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers
I'm
got
Queen
sick
Bee, by
together.
the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
No. Pleasure to meet you. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me."
Hey, I do
Queen
not
Bee.
sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit. Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here besides Purr and Teo, so you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope let you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You see one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're
Whoa.
talking about. Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider our small yet formerly apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path of darkness that is the internet. Will it hurt? Or traumatize me? Nope, nope, nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Well, this is part of my job to know all about the games here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther in the dark abyss, my mistress. Aw, yeah. Queen Bee grabs mine and pulls me close to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug one of those cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from normally grinding my teeth at my clip-on camera, damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting on your own lonesome when a console version of FOD. The crowd's wicked trash talk the community. Wait, are you broadcasting live right now?
Nope,
Are we live
no
right
way.
now? Ha ha ha! No, that's part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible, even if it's just a bunch of fodder. As in FOD, as in, you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She's giving a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew's starting to trickle in. We should be starting touring practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m.
Beep, beep.
Eastern. Beep beep.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing, can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it PG-13 rating. Now, if you excuse me, there's some butts out
Later.
there I need to kick. Later. Bye! And with a wave of a twirl, she's completely abandoned me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcaster rig and shouting and mildly swearing, starting up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see what to handle next. A large crowd around the Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since it's the first half of my shift, which was completely out of our solitude. Don't make me wrong, I'm happy to see what people do come to the arcade, but that's quite a crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was, rowdier too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights as accompanied by upbeat Europop dance. As an artillery flashback right to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people on surrounded Showtime stage cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up the whole corner of the arcade, requiring a far amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It has used motion tracking sensing hidden behind the colored spirits spotlights to check dance poses of characters and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Jessica? I had my dance fever shot at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage, immediately starting talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first A on Stop
Hell
the Beat.
yeah!
There you are! Yeah, you did. You're doing great. Remember, last month you couldn't even get past that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you could be the one who brings the new dancers, and texts them how to play. And next song starts my eyes shift to their conversation to observe the gyration and the irritating limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's actually a catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it. When? I feel a hand on my
Care
shoulder.
to dance?
Hi! I love you, my sweet boy! How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely. What? In public? I think not. I'm not one for dancing with strangers. You know what dancing leads to? Me falling on my face in front of all these people. Either that, or one of my customers enjoying a trip to the emergency room with a shattered foot. I'd rather not horribly embarrass myself right now. Let's save that for later. 'Tis a downright shame, but you can't blame me for trying. How can I resist asking a gal such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
You're new here, right?
Correct. Yes?
Name's Mateo,
Harry?
but everyone here just calls me Teo.
I know. I smooched you in my last playthrough. Ah, memories. I love you, my sweet boy. Teo's the best. Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our, leader.
Oh, please,
yeah?
I'm nothing, really.
He looks directly into
Nothing
my
as
eyes.
special as you.
Stop it! You're gonna make me want to smooch you again, and I'm not gonna smooch you again. I've already done
I
that!
just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think
can
you'd be
tell.
a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teacher outstretches on to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Politely decline. I'm not politely decline, I'm sorry. Taylor's persistent one, but at least he's not mean about it. Maybe after I've played Showtime Stage multiple times. Alone. Possibly in the dark. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I don't know if this one's for me. I'd like to avoid injuring anyone, notably myself. With enough practice, you'll get it. Plus, I could always teach you. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I'm actually on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Jessica. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime Stage now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Jessica regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Jessica. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone's happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Cheers, friend. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in my life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? Can you just burst your fans for me, please? Look, this is great and all, but can you thin out your crowd a little for me? Fire codes, emergency exits, you know, that sort of thing. Come on, it's not that bad. I've seen hotter crowds most weekends around this game. Rules are rules. Yeah, you're right. The least I could do is be accommodating. Luckily, the song was being played just finished. Teo jumped to the stage and cupped his hand over his mouth. Hey! Listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Oh man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Jessica's first day, so let's show her some respect. I see her turn around and glare at me. Great, now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my life. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Jessica's just doing her job. Luckily, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way to be watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I'm not generally impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him, they have utmost respect for him. Actually,
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know.
I know. I'm in the know. Are you in the know? I think I'm in the know. I'm in the know more than you're in the know.
You should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as the dancing is within law, carry on, Officer Jessica has spoken. I told her what we're ready to my next venture when I remember something I should do. I turned back to Teo. Hey.
No problem.
Thanks. Yay. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. As long as I pull the safety of the arcade, I like a model employee. I say that's pretty good for my first date. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? With the business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at pace, and my work here is done. Well, actually, a few hours before closing, so my work here isn't quite done, but you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade standing up behind me. Not a bad day. Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been keeping. Others have, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got crappy phone plan and my texts aren't free. A valid point? I'll look into that. I'm impressed with the way you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork if you'd like to go sign it and make your working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So, are you staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired you yet, right? Hasn't fired her yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. Jessica's off to a great start. Here's your first date, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just sort of replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is this my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope, and I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to accept the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworker, and I'm helping people with their problems. They've been finding hope in what this for after all. We look at a few hours to closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Naomi? You sneaking early this morning to play pinball? You're a pinball wizard! Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is very expression of the art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tournament. The girls are doing it and I find myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad end to my first day. Not done! Nope, we're not done yet.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Yep. Do-do-do. Kids! Looks of confusion, outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
Birthday party? How old are these kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. 5-year-olds? Mary started pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling, throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on the pinball machines, putting chewing gum in the coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We survived kids' parties before. Doom! Doom! The end is nigh!
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Oh, God! Right! Battle stations! Everyone! I'll take the ticket desk so I can oversee operations. Ashley! Greet the kids! Naomi! Watch for hardware damage! Jessica! Roaming duties. Look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourself! They are coming! Look for an oncoming tidal wave. The rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot. Minivans disgorging kindergartners. And suddenly... Kids! Ah! An explosion of small humans rushed the door, bursting the arcade, scattering it every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, known me by fragile pinball machines, ashing to the door, trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked 10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanging them with adults. Beats waiting in line to the exchange machine. And for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Taylor's friends bolt through the exit, abandoning them. Keen on getting the head of their surge of kitties, I guess. That is all that's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roman duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble. Gavin said, I was doing that before, but now there's chaos have multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, there's about 3 possible problems for the arrival of Jessica. Professional floor attendant is ready to attend to them. Which one of them should attack first, though I may not be able to deal with them all at one time. Let's do this and we'll talk to Queen Bee. The sounds of hardship calls to me for the Fast Cars 5 racing game. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope to beyond hope that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on and stats. I get closer to the revving of engines and clacking of gear shifts. I see a grown woman berating a cowering boy.
I didn't.
I didn't. Admit it. I know what you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son into put his tokens in your game, and you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. Children like you are absolute worst. Garbage. Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest beyond sweet Josh that he should put in his own tokens in the racing machine so he can play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and I won't allow some devil child to steal his money. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I say anything, I spot Queen Bee and Tail out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infatuated, and Teo has buried his face into his hand. Actually, I stopped thinking about it. They might have some insight. The racing games are right next to the Showtime stage. Tail probably had a good vantage point for the whole thing if he was dancing on stage. And just by the way Queen Bee browsed for it, I could tell she's not sitting right. I could ask one of them for help, or I could try to solve this myself. Consult Queen Bee about the situation. Since Queen Bee has consumer rights, I bet she knows what's going on here. I wait for her to join us. I attempt to reach out for guidance. Ma'am, I know you're upset right now, but I think that lady's no good piece of... Nope, not helping. This is in fact a furthest away from helping I could even envision. The kid runs away to avoid the loud people as I try myself to best defeat the situation. That boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. Excuse me? Pardon? How dare you? There's no way I'm getting the word in between these two. I sigh and resign myself to watching it play out. How dare I? How dare you yell at that kid? I don't care if he did what you claim or not. You've got no right to traumatize him over that. He's a thief and he'll grow up to be a no-good criminal. That still doesn't matter. Do you honestly think, taking a single second of your life to really think, that shouting at a child is so effective way to handle this? Ugh, I can't tell. You can't tell me how I should act. Who do you think you are? I am the nemesis of evildoers. Righter of wrongs. The rising star of El Summon Gaming. Queen Bee.
No one can defeat me. Queen Bee.
And I'm the one and only Queen Bee. And in the name of the Funplex, I'll punish you. Well, I never. In all my years, you are far worse than a Putin child. Josh, we are leaving this horrible arcade right now. Well, that was one way to handle that. The woman scooter child throws out front door. I don't think we'll see her and her son anymore. Frankly, I'm okay with that. Once they're gone, Queen Bee turns her attention back to me.
Come on!
Ugh. People like that are really getting me off.
Oh,
My blood's
hey.
still boiling. Oh, and hey, thanks for the backup. You're welcome? I really didn't do much of anything. Yeah, well, I know you had my back, kid. I can sense that you're like me. I can't stand to see people getting screamed at. It sucks, you know? Queen Bee's whole roar changed from her normal upbeat snark to being completely down in the dumps. This is a side of her I haven't seen yet. She looks so sad. But you yell at people all the time. Queen Bee, are you doing okay? I know it's really not none of my business, but I really feel I should ask about this. It looks like the incident hit her hard. Hey, everything alright? It's okay, you can tell me. She paused for a second before her normal smile kicked back on her lips. Seriously, I'll be fine. I don't like seeing adults treat kids like their future nothing. Like they'll be worthless stain on society. I had a lot of people tell me I could never be a professional gamer, that I should quit daydreaming. And say those, and I say those people, don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Thanks.
But hey, thanks. Hey, thanks for asking. I appreciate it, kid. Okay, show's over. I should go check on that boy. That boy, I totally forgot about it. You're right. I always am. Now, if you excuse me, I need to try and squeeze a few more matches in before equipment time. I'm out, kid. Quickly takes one more moment of triangular, the safest pace to the fist's cover those sea of children. After going around a bit, I managed to find the kid, still shaken up from the whole ordeal. Hey, sorry all about that. Are you going to be okay? I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came out of nowhere and dropped his tokens in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. And then the woman approached you and started yelling. The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Well, if it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone, and I don't think she's going to be ever coming back. Especially after the way Queen Bee burned her. That boy cheek still streaks with tears with a smile on his brother's face. Thank you. Tell the other thanks for sticking up for me, too. I know the boy scores off to rejoin some of his other friends. Right, that sorts that out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one. Which one? I think I did Ashley's last time. Yeah. The girl crying over her stolen tokens near Percy and Gavin. I weave my way through the waves of children toward the skee-ball machine. One little girl sitting at the end of the skee-ball rim crying. No parents in sight to settle her, so the task falls on me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about the sort of thing, with that lawsuit happy parents lurking over by the vending machine, ignoring their kids, but fortunately Jessica decides to take the case all the same. Hey, my name's Jessica and I work here. To the car, what's wrong? Can I help? Her sobbing pause looks at me. I lost my tickets. Someone stole them from me. I played and won a bunch of them, but then I put them down. I was taking a friend and now they're gone. I glanced around but I see kids. It's impossible to tell who the thief could be. I didn't even have any more tokens to play with. I spent them all on skee-ball and my tickets are all gone now. Easy. We'll figure this out somehow. Although I had got no clue to where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crimes. First, he would have had a good view of the redemption game near the area based on where I moved his position. Gavin has ticket desk, available crowns next to the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could have bent the rules and solved them directly. Maybe purchase something I could deal with it quietly if he didn't have to cooperate. Gavin, dude, at least fight, yeah. Nope, not gonna mess around with this one. That theft is his serious business. Wait right here, okay, kid? I'll go get help and we'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. Okay. I ducked toward the crowd, leading my way back to the ticket desk. See Gavin, that girl over there? Boy with the red hair currently playing Frogger. He took her tickets and she wasn't looking. Wait, you saw? Of course. What of it? So we bringing his parents? Wait, you knew and didn't do anything to help? Hang on a minute. You saw this kid take the tickets. Yes. And you didn't do anything to do all about it. First off, I'm tied down at the desk, and all hands on deck, Jessica. Nobody out of position, not even for a minute. Second, confronting our boy who won't do any good. He'll clam up and refuse to even admit wrongdoing. And the parents can't be twice as immature, I found. Right now, I just want to keep the peace. One crying girl is less of a disturbance than a boy throwing a tantrum. The way he stands there so stoic and caring while the girl is pink just sobs. It's not right. I mean, seriously, it's not right. But he's my boss. How hard do I want to push him? I call Gavin, have a heart. What makes you her sadness less important than a boy's potential tantrum? Come on, Gavin. So you let one customer feel like crap just to avoid another customer maybe feel like crap? A theft, may I add. There's a keeping of peace and there's allowing suffering just because it's a path of resistance. We're losing a customer today, and regardless, it's rather not break a little girl's heart to do it. Let a bully learn let a bully learn he can do what he wants. At first, like he's going to chew me out or something, but you think me a monster?
I hadn't intended.
Of course, I feel bad about her, and he shouldn't get away with it. I'm just trying to protect the arcade as a whole. Then do it. Protect the arcade, but protecting the gamers and their dreams. Besides, like a stress release valve yawning and opening.
Indeed.
You're
Apologies.
right, of course. Focus on the big picture does tend to leave me pathetic. To reach individual brushstrokes, my apologies, Jessica. I'm lucky I had you to put me back on track. Your predecessors wouldn't have stood up to me like this and shown me how wrong I was. Now let's sort this problem out properly. Gavin walks right to the kid, who's busy hopping a frog around traffic. Wouldn't mind seeing the kid go play traffic myself. Ahem, boy. What do you want? Can't help but notice that roll of tickets in your pocket. Big winner, are ya? The biggest! Got 'em all playing, that pretty color game over there, see? Really, it's funny. See, I own that game. May I see your roll, please? I don't want to show you. Well, I can see it pulling out of his pocket. And I see the serial number on the ticket starts with a 1. Which is interesting because the roll I loaded into the color spinner, it starts with a 2. Meaning those tickets were one specifically by a ski ball, specifically by the girl over there. And you took them. You're a liar. Leave me alone. I yell for my mom. Do you really want to risk having your mom believe me instead of you? Instead of how about you give me that ticket and walk away? At first, the kid looks like he's going to shriek bloody murder, but at first, he glances his mother, busy munching on a chip, as vending machine changes his mind. Take him! I don't want him anymore! He never stops away, presumably to go play some other game on the other side of the arcade.
Yay!
You did it! You found my tickets! The girl actually hugs me. Well,
Thank
hugs
you.
my leg anyway. Thank you so much! Thanks and thanks! Now then, let's get your prize. What is it you wanted? Crayons! Those we have. Jessica, I'll take it from here. Oh, that's a fuzzy, happy feeling right here. But no time to rest my lungs. I've got arcade dreams to defend. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with the cupcake problem. Uh-oh. Too late. The vintage midway cabinet Naomi just finished fixing up is covered in icing. Looks like Ashley's costume is need dry clean too. I shoot them a helpless look and shrug. Hey, Jessica. Kinda wish it was pink icing, then nobody would notice. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't quick enough. You still helped out. I saw you with those other kids. You're natural. I think things are winding down anyway. Why not take a break? Then I'll swap off with you and we'll take a break afterwards. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I feel bad now. Honestly, I kind of worn out. Ashley's right. I need to step away from the craziness, if only for a few minutes. As a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed to the employee lounge. Whew, what a day. Quirky coworkers, die-hard programmers, volatile kids getting in volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness, or some such cliche, but nothing as easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I drop down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back, trying to work the kinks out of my sore shoulders. And to spot an upside down kid. Huh? Oh wait, I'm one leaning backwards. Sit upright and turn around and said, better. Wait, what's this kid doing back here? Hi? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi, and you are? Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Jessica. So what are you doing back here? This is an employee-only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds a piece of paper with the door code written on it. Huh. Scoring for Ashley with Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay. But you can't stay back here. Well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open.
Please don't send me back out there.
Well, this is curious. I lean in so we can be in the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the gal who solves problems.
Just don't want to go out there.
Why? Don't you want to go play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here.
Ooh.
My family just moved to the city. And before that, we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
Because she got to work. New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him. There and then. Brought him back to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules out there of the arcade. Okay, kid. I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you wanted to make me go. You're an adult, like Mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided to just take what I could get. I could go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do
But that
without
sounds
really
so
being sad
sad.
over it.
You weren't sad?
I
It's
was
sad
sad.
you never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bit my tongue hard. Because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Jessica out if an adult did this to me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Jessica would have needed. Hey, it could be totally worse. Aliens could attack. It's always... But this won't beat you, right? You're a tough kid. Your mommy loves you very much. You know, your mommy loves you, Mikey. She loves you very, very much. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for moving all the time, taking different jobs. It made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know that we're working hard because they loved me. They wanted the best for me, and we're doing their best to get it. Life can be hard sometimes. It's just no fun. But there's one thing there's always there. Love. They love you. It's just me a doubting look. One of those doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but they can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she, but she knows if she works hard, one day you won't have to be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was a new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I worked in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy, but my parents were often sad. I was often sad, but we pulled through, and so will you. And just remember, she loves you, and you and you love her. That'll get you through the sad times. Huh. It's not a great answer. It doesn't solve the problems, but it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his long sigh, I can feel him releasing his sadness before offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin, not a high of happiness, just simply understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad a lot, but I know it's not always sad, and even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You still got some time to enjoy the party, even if you don't want to talk to the kids. There's a lot of games you can play. And hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too, and they could use someone to play with, someone who can understand. Okay, I want to play the skee ball game. I'll spot you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. I take his hand and lead him out to the back of the main room. Whew, deep breaths. Whew, and off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist, and it was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations. No more arcade trips. We couldn't afford them. They couldn't take time off work. The whole MacArthur family had to learn to settle, to accept the lot in life we had been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge ended up pushing to. Now, here I am. Dina's been, well, bonkers. Eternally boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very long time. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, Jessica. My emotional voice analyst combined with your body language suggests you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How'd you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how'd you know that I love this job so much?
I know.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click when you're optimized social requirements. A fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, helping people out, and so on. Outside cross-reference your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still,
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know. I try to be. Ooh, deep breaths. No. From cars pulling up into the parking lot, it looks like a lot of parties is over. It's just about closing time for the arcade. Anyway, most of the games have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kitties. My first impulse is to go bug out on my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run about checking out with everyone. No, who do I want to hang out with? Queen Bee! I figured out I want to smooch that sweet gamer beat, because it's interesting to do a kind, caring person with a hard-ass gamer. Opposites, as I've always said, attract. So we're going to go with Queen Bee. Queen Bee looks like she's completely done for the day. There's an exasperated frown on her face as she shoves zero sweatpants and mice into her bag. She doesn't even notice me as I approach. Oh yeah, anarchy! Doing okay? Hey, you feeling alright, Queen Bee? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just frustrated when I'm not playing at my best. And this is an appropriate response? Let the salt floweth? Huh, not exactly. I shouldn't be taking my anger out on my gear. I hate losing. And no John, but it's hard to concentrate with a mass of children running around. Not that they aren't entitled, they have also fun. The Funplex is for everyone. But when those sticky hands touching you and you aren't expecting it, it's scary. Also, all that yelling probably doesn't help either. Right? Why are they always yelling? But you win some, you lose some, right, kid? Yeah, that's how I feel about today's shift. It was rough out there. Normally I'd leave when when a gathering of that caliber's around, but I've got an important tournament coming up. So, coming up, I need all the practice I can get.
Not bad.
Kids or no kids. But for your first day, you held your own. I'm impressed. Really? I've dealt with my fair share of brats and trolls roaming around here, and you surely held yourself up to higher standard than the last guy that worked here. That's good, right? That's heckin' good, kid. I think you're fit nicely among the crowd of misfits. That's a relief. I'm worried people weren't going to accept me. If anyone gives you any trouble at all, you tell Queen Bee. I'll fight them. Really? That's really not necessary. I don't need people fist-cuffing in my name. Gavin will most likely fire me for that. Suit yourself, kid. Either way, welcome to the gang. Thanks. I watch the Queen Bee slings her bag over her shoulders, waves by to all the lingerers, and swiftly exits Funplex. When things winding down, there's just one thing left to take care of before I'm out the door. I see up down to handle the remains of the day. Jessica? Good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin, will you? I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high. So just assume you were as close as perfect as is reasonable. You came to me when dealing with those stolen tickets. Good. I want you to know that I'm always to be here. You should need me, even if I look busy. Normally I would have dealt with anger parents myself, but I was distracted. But I have second-hand on the accounts of your performance there, but... Allowing Queen Bee to yell the customer is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather you have handled that one on your own, all told. I'm not pleased that you sold our movie for only $1,000, but not $3,000 as I requested. Gavin, we only paid $200 for that game. I'd be ripping off a customer. A customer with especially deep pockets, and one who squats on that game all day, spending one handful of change in the process. If anything, $3,000 is what we need to make up for the lost profit from Percy being so moopy obsessed. What's more, why is it still here for good question? Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Jessica a hard time, Gavin, dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too, as does the dream of Percy's, that poor fellow. Poor, isn't Percy
Everyone has a dream they're
Gavin,
chasing.
I know you mean well, waging to keep everyone's dreams float, but sacrifices made in the name which shatters the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Jessica, you understand that, yes? The reason why? Why am I here? That's the question she's asked me during the interview. Now that I think about it, I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise. Settle for what I can get and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passion. Nobody's here just willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams, and we won't accept anything less.
Apologies.
I see. Jessica, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's with about my idealism, my idealism against my realism. Some days, but I know my heart. I need to err on the side of realism, even if my mind screams to protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Jessica. I don't even hesitate before applying. Absolutely. Gavin fishes a nearby shirt stack of forms. Fill those out tonight. Hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Jessica. Yay! Woo! First day done! I forgot how long. For first day, one bus ride later, it's home again, home again, jiggity jig. Juniper, already home from her work, bounds over to eagerly to interrogate me on my first day. So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. Your little app came through despite being terrifyingly omnipotent, omniscient, and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh? I guess I am.
By the way,
interesting.
There's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Oh God! Why? No, Iris. Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Yay! How do we do for today? And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits completed. Hey, look, you also won a prize. You get one of those for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now let's check your score. I'm doing really well with, you're on Queen Bee's good side. Oh, wow. I'm not very good with Tail at all. Jesus. Beats being on her bad side. You're proven to be gentle, sweet, and compassionate. Also, you scored 6,300 points. Nice. Keep talking to people and your score will go up. So I'm doing really well with Gavin, Naomi, and even with Percy and Ashley. I'm doing really well with Queen Bee. Teo, not so much. I should probably try to keep their scores pretty good. I'm going to talk to each one. Nice. Keep talking to people. Today's pizza facts. Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow. Do you want to save your game before speeding to level 2? Save game. Yes. Of course, we're going to put it into that. Yes. And I'm going to end this episode here. Alright. So, in the next episode, we're going to move on to day 2, Chasing Ghosts. I actually like this game. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to finally pick. I'm going to switch Queen Bee in this one because Queen Bee's an interesting character. She's all bark, but I think there's a hidden side to her that we need to dig into. So yeah, we're gonna go through Queen Bee's storyline. We're also gonna try and keep everyone even Steven, so I can see what happens when we. And what happens if we do all even Steven? Thank you guys for watching. As always, my tweets twerks down below. I'll leave a link to the game down there as well, which you can take care. If you guys like what I do, make sure to flick that bell icon, tap that beautiful subscribe button. Also, make sure to smash that like button. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.